So yeah, this is part 3, guys. I am back. Well, I might um edit these videos and put them all in one. I'll see. So yeah, um I was talking about, yeah, so you had to set boundaries with clients because otherwise they'll just do the most. um what else? What else? Oh, another con is that basically you are this is a con and an advice at the same time. So I would advise you to have another job apart from this one, another job that is stable apart from this one, especially if you are a beginner. Okay, especially if you are a beginner, because um most of the times this is not gonna be able you're not gonna be able to survive on just simply on this job. I'm just okay talking from my experience. Okay, because what happens is throughout the year there is times where you're not gonna get no calls, even if you are logged in for 10 hours, 8 hours, how many hours you are. Sometimes you don't get calls, or you get just 2 3 calls a day, and that's it. Okay, and that is gonna play. It's gonna be very significant when it comes to your payment at the end of the day. Okay. Uh, Now let's talk about payment. Okay, I'm in the UK currently, so in the UK some companies pay monthly, others pay weekly, others pay fortnightly, right? So this specific one paid fortnightly, okay, which was decent. All right, you have others that pay weekly. Another thing, let's say, let's see. um yeah, okay, another con could be the fact that even though you work from home, it doesn't mean that you're going to have time to eat. So sometimes when it's very busy, you don't have time to eat. If you take your breakfast or whatever it is, sometimes I start working in the morning and I take my breakfast, and then throughout the whole day I need to be managing myself, right? So other times I don't even eat at all. So this is a very demanding type of job. There's a lot of pressure, and it can be draining as well, energetically, especially. So be mindful that, okay, if you are more organized, you can meal prep. But then the thing is, you're gonna have to multitask. You're gonna have to eat. Sometimes it is what it is. You have to eat at the same time that you're giving readings, or it's like you're gonna put one spoon in your mouth, one food spoon in your mouth, and then you are getting a phone call straight away. And then this is the type of thing that can happen to you. All right, so be mindful of that as well. Or you can just eat snacks or something quick. What else? What else? Let's see. I think, hold on, let me see, because I had like I did a 40 minutes video, so I'm pretty sure that I had more things to say. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna jump into advice. If I remember any other pros and cons, I'll just be juggling. Another thing is that another advice I can give you guys, since you work, um you are seated all day, sometimes it's good for you to do some stretching. If you go to the gym, that's perfect. Okay, but make sure you stretch your hands as well. Do some exercises with your hands, with your back as well, legs, your upper body and lower body as well. Make sure you keep them active regardless of the fact that your job requires you to be sat down, or simply just walk around the house if possible. Okay, because that can really affect your muscles. All right. and your nerves, especially your nerves, because you work with your hands and you're always doing repetitive movements, and that can affect your nerves. Okay, so be mindful of that. Um, Also, be mindful of when you finish readings, if you are someone that, takes in other people's energies, make sure you create a routine with a spiritual baths, okay, to cleanse your energy. That is also very advised. Um, that's also something I would advise for you guys, because this can be really, really draining, guys. I can't even explain to you, because you deal with all sorts of people, right? And they will really test your patience. They're gonna come with their baggage. Um, they're just gonna emotionally dump on you, and you have to take in, right? So in my experience, um, I've worked, like, let's say, okay, I worked for this company for almost 8 months, right? And for 6 months I was working non-stop, and I didn't take no holidays or anything like that. So I felt drained on the days that I didn't work. I felt really drained. I would sleep for hours and hours and hours and hours, okay, because of that. So make sure you also find balance between your, personal well-being and the job, okay. You can't give what you don't have as well, all right. You can't pour from an empty cup. So it's always you come first. If you don't take care of yourself, how can you help others? All right. uh Make sure you protect your mental state as well. um that is very, that's a good advice that I will give to you guys. What else? Did I tell you to set boundaries with clients, right? Set boundaries with clients, because some, they don't have limits. Some clients are really, you know, you just need to be patient, but at the same time you need to set boundaries with them, because they can really, think that they can just come and talk to you anyhow. You need to kind of tell them, listen, here we deal with respect, okay? Just set the tone. Sometimes it's really needed, okay. I had clients that sometimes they would come and they'll be like, because I have a specific way that I work, okay, that I read. So I ask them for the star sign, and some of them are like, oh, I don't usually give my star sign, and I'm like, okay, but I need it in my line. That's how I work, okay. And sometimes they give it in. Some other times they just keep, being argumentative for no reason, and then, you have to tell them, okay, listen, this is how I work. If you're willing to continue, then you have to comply with, the rules that I have here. Otherwise, I would advise you to seek for another reader. You don't have to be rude towards them, but you just have to, tell them what's going on, right? Other people, they'll just be coming to your reading and they'll be like telling you how to read, or just things that you're gonna be like, it really requires you to be patient. It really requires you to be patient. So that's the thing, you have to do this because you have been called to do this. You can't just jump into this and be thinking that, oh no, I'm just going to do it for the money, because even those that just do it for the money, at some point it's not worth it, because the amount of energy that you're going to be putting into this, the money cannot buy it. I'm telling you, the money cannot buy it. Okay, so I believe that that was all, guys, and I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments what you think about this and what was your experience, if you're looking into being a tarot reader in the future. Also, let me know other topics that you want me to talk about, and yeah, and just keep in mind that this is not the intent of this reading is not to discourage anybody to jump into this, okay. It's just to bring awareness. I'm going to be doing another video when it comes to my soul trading and setting up all these things, okay. when it comes to the government and all of that. All right. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Unfortunately, I have to cut my video because I'm afraid that this is not going to record again, and I'm not going to be happy at all if that happens again. All right. So stay tuned because I have many surprises for you guys. Okay. All right. Take care.